Hello, everyone. We are back.
Woohoo!
I'm Adam, Corpulent Geek, and this is
Sci-Fi Christina.
And we are here today to talk to you about the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., episode 11 of season 5.
All the comforts of home.
All the comforts of home. Yes.
Because they're back.
They are back.
They're breathing air. They're seeing sunshine.
For a change. And look, down here, there's spoiler alert going on because we're going to spoil the hell out of this episode. So please don't forget about that. Here, hold on. I'll make it go away. There we go. Bye. All right. Oh, so So what kind of things happened in this episode, hon?
Deke lives it up when he pops into the past, but then he needs a hand getting out of jail for forgetting that money is a thing.
At Dove Cameron, that new character, she's using those Xenoblades, and she's really disarming.
All the supers in the gang are useless now.
Oh, wait,
hold on. That's yours.
We did this backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is mine.
Well, you say this one then.
All right. All the supers in the gang are useless now. Daisy has that inhibitor that prevents the use of her powers, and Yo-Yo is just armless.
See, the just is what makes it. That's what you needed. But don't worry, Coulson is still armed and dangerous.
No, that's terrible.
No,
and I'm
it's
not
still
doing any
good.
More shows with her.
No, it's still
Boo.
good. I love it. I love it. It was the just.
It was the just.
It was the just.
All right.
In rehearsal, he did not type in the just,
Well,
and it was
all right.
just Yo-Yo is armless. I'm like, yeah. It's totally not a pun without one word.
All right. And it wasn't really rehearsal. It was just us running through the notes. So I don't want you to think that this is rehearsed.
Yeah, try to. That's a strong word for what we do.
Because good Lord. All right, you vamp for a little bit because if you haven't noticed, things look a little bit different. Well, not right this second, don't vamp. Because things look a little bit different. Specifically, that stuff up at the top. I'm trying out new streaming software, OBS. Before I was using this other game show software. It was actually called Game Show. It's not like Bob Barker was back there running the live stream for us. See, more Bob Barker references. So I'm trying this out and it's all new, but for some reason that scroll over there still says that, but I thought it should say the other thing. So now you can vamp for a little bit.
Now I get to vamp while you fix the thing?
Yeah, while I hopefully fix the thing.
What if I just go like this? Boop. Did I fix it?
No, that's definitely not going to... See, now you're pointing out.
I hit the mic anyway.
Oh.
He keeps trying to put Mike somewhere else so I won't hit it or the table that it's on, and I continue to hit the mic.
If
I think he needs to suspend it like from the ceiling, like a boom.
Yeah, we really do need a boom mic for you. I might be able to do something like that with that setup over
I'm
there.
just so animated. I'm so excited. This is a great time to be alive in the world of science. I hit it again. I don't think this is a good place for the mic.
Why don't you lift it up a little bit more?
Well, like so up here. Whoa. I don't know what. it's it's almost like I
live,
don't perform with microphones.
Yeah, you really do, don't you?
Yeah, no. I mean, not very often, but enough. All right, how's that? Of course, now I can't see my screen, so hopefully I don't have to read any notes. But I could be a little more handy. Haha.
Oh my God. I'm sorry, people.
The puns
I don't really know if I
just
like
keep
this
rolling
camera
in.
angle either. This is her camera angle. Let us know in the comments in the chat if you like the camera angle, because I think it's a little bit too high. It makes it look like we're being watched by a drone.
It's not that high. It's like 6 inches.
Really
not even
is.
higher than
you can't
what we
use the
normally do.
microphone on the camera anymore because it's so far away.
That's not true.
Okay.
That's not true. Yeah, I'm supposed to keep.
All right, no, we're
vamping. Oh, we're done. I'm done vamping.
We're done vamping. All right, so our gang came home finally. I can't possibly catch up everything that's happened this season because it's just way too much stuff. If you're here watching this, hi Mom. Mom's in the room.
Hey.
If you're here watching this, you're either my mom or you've watched the show, and know what's been happening. I tried to put together a video, and I know it would have been big because some of the 1.3 million followers that Dove Cameron has on social media would have found the video. I was going to do a recap of the first 4 seasons and then a separate recap of season 5, and it just all got away from me.
That was an ambitious project.
Well, it was, and it made me realize how much I love this live stuff because it lets me get content out. And the scripted stuff stinks, and editing videos stinks.
Yeah, you still don't like the editing process.
I do not like the editing process.
It's like to sit and talk. We're sitting talkers.
Well, yeah, sitting talkers, or like the creative, like deciding what I want to do and finding the right pictures for the thing, but actually mushing it all together so it looks good. That's tough.
So we'll have to hire an editor.
Yeah. All right. Well, all right. Step 1, make a nickel. Step 2, hire an editor. Oh, that reminds me. I got to put the...
Step 3, profit.
No, that's question marks. All right. I know you're screwing up.
Sorry.
All right. So, sorry. Back. We're all over the place now. It's been too long since we sat and talked.
I know.
Discovery went off
we
the
do
air
talk to each other when we're not on camera, because that would be weird if we didn't. But not like this.
Oh, this is getting all out of hand. Yeah.
All right, so let's get back. Let's get back. I want to start. I'll start because my thing is like from the beginning. I really enjoyed the build-up of even in the previously on about how Daisy was gonna be so pissed at Coulson for icing her and dragging her back to the past, and everyone kept saying she's gonna kick your ass, and everyone was like, ooh, and he goes, all right, I'll just stay here and wait for her to wake up, and they're all like, yeah, see you later, and they went and did other things, and then she wakes up and he's like, you knew I wasn't gonna leave you, right? Because I don't leave anyone behind, and I'm especially not gonna leave you behind. And she was just like, smile, nod.
Right. I understand.
And I really appreciated that because now we're in season 5 of the show. And so these characters know each other and we know these characters. And so to force drama would be annoying as other... Yeah.
Oh, Molly wants to join in on the podcast.
She sure does. I remember to mute everything else. The other shows that we watch, CW, they're constantly...
That was quite the throat clear.
It came up from below.
I'm glad I don't have the headphones on. Sorry for everyone out there.
Every season, there's more drama. There's more drama between the same characters. And it's like, come on, why is this a problem now? You're supposed to grow and learn from each other, not rehash old problems. So it's tiring by the 5th season. It's like, come on, guys. That's why you introduce new characters, because you need new drama from new people. You don't need old drama from the same people. So I really did enjoy the fact that she was like, yep, no, you acted exactly in character, and
as we would expect.
But
you also would have expected me to try and prevent myself from going back to the past.
And you just won. It was just like, cool, you got this one.
You were the one with the gun.
Yeah.
And luckily I had this inhibitor in, otherwise I would have melted your bones. Not the way you want me to.
Whoa.
Well, but that's more daughter-father thing, right?
What just happened? That was, I think, gross. But it was so weird, I don't even know.
It wasn't gross. They're not really related.
Yeah. All right. So I appreciated that. And I kind of think that it links also to the little mini recap that the gang was giving when they were in the VW bus about, like, this was, just as bad as the time when, and then they started listing, like, all the past, like, big bosses and big bads from the last 4 seasons. And I really appreciated that because it was it's not like this season's in a vacuum, because sometimes shows do that, forgetting like what they've done in the past, and they're just like, this is the worst thing ever, and they actually were like, well, there was that time we did this and that was bad, and we could be falling out of a plane or at the bottom of the ocean
and dancing.
and then it ended on a great joke, because all of those things, the cavalry is like, yeah, whatever, I love doing that stuff, but that time I had to dance.
And I liked her line also of crap, I can't. Oh, that where the new Noah. Yeah. Noah was saying that there's lots of references to the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in the news and everything and chatter and all. And she said, yes, we have a small but dedicated following. Yeah. That's us.
Yes.
We got that double reference.
Yeah, I do, and I like a lot the way Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has that little bit of like reality weaved into it.
Yeah.
Those little fourth wall head nods.
Mm-hmm.
Those were kind of fun.
Yeah, and the little nod to Thor Ragnarok when not Enoch mentioned that there was an Asgardian in the city, the city, like there's only
because everyone knows, yeah.
Well, no, apparently in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, there's 3 cities on Earth because it's always London and Hong Kong and New York. It's all the 3 places where the Doctor Strange people. I don't know what you call them, but there was something else MCU wise that I was just watching. Wasn't something with Black Panther? Was they called out those ones? Were those maybe the first places where Killmonger? Was that his name? Killmonger?
Yeah, the big bad.
It's a really bad name though. I mean, it's a cool name, but it's like...
It aptly described who he was in the Special Forces.
With one of those big mallets that you hit with the thing and try and make the thing go up and smash the bell. It was a little bit too clubby.
Well, but I think it was the comic book name.
Oh, okay.
So they try to weave in
Yeah, just like how they called what's his name White Wolf at the end. That was a comic book thing too.
Yeah.
I just found that out.
All right, there you go.
Yeah. Anyway, we're all over the place again. See, we do have to do these shows every once in a while. What are you looking up over there? She's looking up something. She was trying to be sneaky about it.
I was trying to, but apparently not well. Especially because the microphone is directly between me and my screen. No, after you said Noah and you said not Enoch, I finally put together that both those names are biblical names. So what did you read on the internets about their names?
Oh, no, nothing.
Oh, you were just being...
No, I knew as soon as he said Noah on the thing, and it was like, oh, another biblical name. I was just being
for some reason, Enoch, which I knew, like it triggered in the back of my mind.
Such an odd
but Enoch
name.
is such an odd name, whereas Noah is a contemporary name as well. But it was when I heard their names together that it was like, wait... this is going to be a biblical reference, and that's why. I was looking it up, and Enoch is actually an ancestor of Noah. So that is cool, and he...
wasn't everyone related to everyone in the Bible?
Well, I mean, technically, everyone is related to Adam and Eve in the Bible.
I knew that was coming in. Oh.
Come on. I mean, that's... When you have one originator, that's what's going to happen.
You got to run the show now. I'm dead.
Oh, no.
All right. No.
He died.
And
Enoch was supposedly lived for 365 years, so he was a long
the Chronicons are long-lived.
Exactly.
Until they blow themselves up.
Apparently is a thing.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, this new one didn't last very long. I wonder, all right, now we got to start the pools on what the next one's name is going to be. Mention in comments, what do you think the next Chronicon's name is going to be? And I think that the Chronicons are...
Oh, Methuselah was one of Enoch's sons.
Oh, okay.
He is the guy who lived for like 800 years, I think.
Are we into Alter Carbon now?
Yeah, he was a meth.
Mm-hmm. So what was that about? Oh, yeah, so...
969 years. Sorry.
Nice. All right. So, what else happened that we have to go over? All right, let's go over the obvious thing of the new character.
There was a new character?
There was a new character. That little teeny bopper girl.
Ugh. I will have to say, before I knew... No, let me go back. Like, I know that all of those Disney teen shows keep pumping out these, like, huge stars because teens just sit and kids sit and watch their shows and they're like, and they get all on the Instagrams and the stuffs and they follow them. They have millions of people. And our son had even found her last show where she played twin sisters.
Well, that wasn't her last show. That show she's got some show where she's got this purple hair and purple leather outfit.
Oh, she's in the
that was her last show.
The Descendants. Yeah, that's the one that's real, and that's the one that's real big right now. Like Descendants, everyone, all the kids are into the Descendants.
Is that still active show right now?
I believe so.
Oh.
It's like, we're hip.
Well, I mean,
but Disney's been doing this for years, though.
We're
They've
live
been
streaming on YouTube at 10:30 at night.
Hey, during the week.
Oh.
Disney's been doing this for years. Like they've been generating these popular our VW vans here to pick us up.
My brother's phone has this weird buzz to it. Come on, keep going.
So I was not completely unawares that this was a thing. So now they decided to introduce this character and use Dove Cameron, and this is an ABC show, so I'm sure it was, Disney, the mothership saying, let's cross the streams and try and cull some of these young kids to watch our show because it's cool and all the kids should love it. So saying that, they introduced her and she was this like eye-rolling Gen Z. Are they something? I think they're Gen Z now.
I don't know.
Instagram-loving, addicted, phone-addicted kid who's, at odds with their mom. Although I would say who is General Hale, which is like, oh, look at that. And then I would say that at the end of that the first conversation, I was like, that's oddly specific. Like how much she was talking about her mission and stuff like that. I'm like, that sounds more in depth than I had seen, all based on television, that I had seen other military parents discussing with their teenage kids. Like her questioning her, like if she was a bad guy or a good guy, sounded like a normal conversation, but then it like turned at the end when she was like, my mission is to do this, and like I felt like the conversation after that was a little more open, not quite parental child, and then we see why. Because she is a walking death machine, and I think she is a machine. That's my theory.
Well, all right. I mean, it's definitely plausible.
I think so, yeah.
But they showed that they had those other robots where they just previous iterations of her.
Yeah, I think that they were, lower models, stormtroopers. I think that she's a higher model. Maybe an LMD, maybe, or maybe an android, maybe some other type of technology. And the only reason that she calls her mom is that that's some sort of way of imprinting her and keeping her under control. Like that's what they did. Because clearly her existence isn't normal if she comes back to this bunker type room and then gets shut in. And also understands that it might. My brother keyed on the fact that she, in the first conversation, threatened to take away her screen time, and that actually made her sit up and apologize. And he was like, and then later on when we see the bunker door, he was like, oh, that explains her being able to take away your screen time. And I was like, as a parent, I'm like, no, I would be able to find ways to take my teenager screen time away.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi password changed. To watch something now. There would be other ways I could take away their screen time. So I would hope that threat will still work on my non-Android killing machine children. One non-killing machine child.
Talk about this taking away screen time thing. I remembered now why I like Dove Cameron's new character, Ruby. It's because she uses a phone with wired headphones. And not one of the newfangled Apple things where you got to have 16 dongles to use, unless you're going to use AirPods and lose them.
Well, I mean, she could have had a wired.
No, she didn't. I saw the plug and it was tiny going into her phone on the side.
Alrighty then.
Moving on. Oh, no, they probably were an Apple one because later on when Daisy's in the bunker, the big old Apple monitor up on the thing.
Yeah.
Anyway. So did we cover all the stuff about? I like how she had 12 of those disc things when she came back.
Hey, you got to be prepared.
Well, no, that wouldn't be. It would be a circlet, right? It wouldn't be a disc.
Yeah. What did Michael call them?
The Xena Warrior Princess weapon.
That's what you called them.
Well, but I mean, it
chakras?
is. Right? Well, that's not the right thing.
All right. You vamp.
I will vamp. And I'm going to be good. So not only that, but we had the speaking of the VW thing, that was glorious. I wish they would have made Mac look even more ridiculous inside of it, like hunched in, sitting there like this, like his head all pressed up against the ceiling and everything. But the other, and no, I don't want to go into the other big thing. So what else was there? I like how they had all these different monoliths in there, in the bunker with them. I wonder what the other ones do. What is it? Is it chakra?
Chakram.
Chakram. No, that's totally different than chakra. It is. Because chakra is a thing.
The last time I saw Xena was 20 years ago, and the fact that I pulled that thing out of my brain is impressive. Be impressed.
Be impressed. Be impressed. Be. You know what's really sad? They had Xena's weapon, but they went and they killed off Lucy Lawless's character.
Oh, yeah.
Man, the show's just missing all the time.
So what were you vamping on?
I can't even remember. Oh, the monoliths, how they had that.
Monolith. Did you do that?
No, I did not do that. I was saving that for you.
Monolith.
I wonder if we're supposed to believe that they got destroyed, even though the one that Enoch uses. So that one,
I bet they didn't.
No, it was just a little fireball thing.
Yeah,
but
and they're like crazy, older
powerful,
than time, and from aliens,
and plus they were behind plexiglass.
Truth.
And you know,
could have been really thick plexiglass.
Plexiglass. It was a good sneeze guard on a salad bar. So
truth. Do you think that the monoliths, because I haven't gone and seen if there's any screen caps from that, but obviously the middle one was the time travel monolith that we just dealt with. The one on the left looked like the space monolith that threw Simmons across the galaxy. Okay. And then there was another one on the right, and it had like symbols and stuff on it.
Yeah.
What do you think that one does?
Well, I did do a little bit of looking online today.
You did? What did you find?
I did. I found out that was the monolith that gives you onion rings. Yeah. I can't believe I made it through, because as soon as she started talking about monoliths, that third one was going to be onion rings.
I love that we've been married long enough that I knew exactly when in that moment it was going to be a joke. I saw it, and I was like, now I need to turn toward the camera because it's going to be a joke. Aw, anyway, yeah.
All right. So, no, yes, I honestly, though, have no idea about the third one. But
well, what would you think it does? One does space, and one does time.
The other one summons the doctor. All right. Well, see, now she's stumping me with stuff because, all right, so we have space and we have time and we have, space and time, dimension.
Ooh, I like that answer.
Yeah.
It took you a little while to get there, but that's a good one.
It's late. I'm trying to figure out all the new software.
It's hard work being hip.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, I got onion rings out in the joke. I'm happy. I'm taking the rest of the night off.
I got the onion rings. I'm done for the night.
Yeah, so we haven't talked about Deke yet.
Deke!
I like Deke's character a lot. He's fun.
He is fun. He's grown, too. That's what I like about this show is that they do write the characters with growth.
Well, but I don't even... How much did he really honestly grow? Because we just didn't know him.
Okay, that's true.
We got to know him more.
All right, I will
and how forthright he was. He when Daisy was talking to him, he's like, "No, I realize you guys are secret agent people. I'm not going to mention your names. What do you think I am, an idiot?" And she's like, "Well, you did turn me in to what's his name before." And like I could see in his head, he was like, "It was for your own good. You were going to get killed." But that's just me. No, I do love Deke. He's good and fun and
he played that scene great, and it really did. The beginning, especially the beginning part, all of it though, but the beginning when he shows up and he was like, "I love you, sky, and I love you, tree, and I love you, melty ice cream cone in the trash can." Who throws out an ice cream cone in the trash can? just the whole ice cream cone. It was still almost intact.
A little kid, it fell over and the kid was crying and they threw it in the thing.
They don't pick it up off the floor. Like
Ground?
someone had to pick that off the ground then. It looked like it just got chucked there. Whatever. And I
So
did
is
like
that some
him.
kind of a clue maybe?
I don't think so.
All right.
I think they just wanted him to be like, "Oh my god, ice cream, plop," and then us to be like, "No."
Yeah, that was pretty gross.
Yeah.
I mean, there could have been any number of other things in there.
I like how we did not see him have to wipe his hand off when he obviously had to, because it was clearly covered in ice cream.
Well, I mean, you got to figure it was also probably covered in 30 years of space gunk, because it didn't look like anyone on that station was very clean.
It was clean, yeah.
So,
Excuse me.
as far as everything goes, ice cream probably wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
but
then he found the bar that he had recreated in the his framework.
And what did he eat in that bar?
Onion rings.
Yeah.
And burgers.
I do hate that creation with onion rings of that giant metal spike that comes.
Why?
Because someone could fall on that spike and die. I don't care how blunt they make the end of it. It's dangerous.
It's for as much as I can tell when you're about to land a joke, I definitely cannot tell when you're going to be outlandish about something like that. What? Because that's a perfect way to serve onion rings. You've got them all there. They're not like sitting in.
What if I have shoulder problems? Then I have to take my onion ring and lift it way.
Well, then it's like onion ring OT.
That's no good. Because then
PT. Onion ring PT.
Yeah. But then as you're lifting, the grease is burning your finger. And it's,
no. Because then you're not going to put that in your mouth. If the grease is burning your finger, you're certainly not going to take a bite.
Okay, moving on.
And then he drank Zima. Because everything in pop culture right now is being written by, like, my generation. And so we are the generation, I am definitely at the tail end of the generation that drank Zima right before it started to, like, slowly die. And then they brought it back because now we're all like, remember that drink Zima? I love that drink Zima. And, yeah.
I gotta wonder if maybe Disney owns Zima somehow.
I wouldn't put it past them. I wouldn't put it past them to have brought it back just to put it into a show.
Really? All right, that's a little bit far. But maybe we should.
I myself welcome my mouse overlord.
They're not doing a bad job so far.
Mm-mm.
They're still not going to get me their friggin' place in Florida. It's too hot in Florida. Move it up to Jersey.
I'll go.
You can go. Take the kids. Take my mom. Whatever. Have fun. Anyway, so Deke, yeah, we love his character. He's awesome. I'm glad to see him here. It's going to be weird. Is he his own father? Is he his own grandfather? Whoa. Oh, shit. Oh, I cursed. I'm sorry. I'm trying.
Time travel, yo.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it'll mess you up. All right, so
and
do we have
speaking of yo-yo.
Uh-oh.
Time travel, yo-yo.
We got to,
yeah, I was surprised they cut her arms off because...
So soon.
Part of me was like, that yo-yo, armless yo-yo of the future was like a yo-yo, oh man, I wanted to say this right. It was the yo-yo yet to be. Like
Yeah.
Oh wow, Charles Dickens' Christmas Carol.
Okay.
You know how there's the ghost of futures yet to come.
Right.
I felt like she was the yo-yo yet to come. She was a possible yo-yo.
Yeah.
And that they were going to avoid that, and all was going to be well. So I was actually kind of surprised when that happened, and I was like, "What's her face?" through the chakram, and then he yelled out and she yelled out and she ran in there, and I was like, well, what's gonna happen? Like, I had no idea. Yeah. And then as they're pulling back and she had no arms, I was like, oh, it's already happened.
It was so sad. I felt like she, like you do sometimes when you're walking out of the grocery store and you got your bags and just something in one of them's leaking and it's just leaking down on the thing. You just looked at it, just blood just oozing out of her forearm holes.
Yeah.
It was pretty gross. And but in all honesty, it wasn't as gross as it should have been, because with how fast she was moving, and when her hands got severed, I mean, and they were still going to do this a couple more times after they got severed. So shouldn't that whole room?
Oh, jeez.
Wow, that sounded great. I'm sorry, everyone.
So sorry. I can't have microphones. I can't have nice things.
No mics for
There's
you.
just be blood just in tracks.
Yeah, everywhere.
In 2 tracks.
Oh, they should have had the shot of like one of the tracks of blood going right up Mac's face.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Now it's a horror film.
Yeah,
Yeah. So poor Mac and Yo-Yo, but now she's gonna get like 2 Coulson arms, right? Now she's gonna be twice as Coulson-rific.
Well, but Coulson's was really just hand. Hers is more like just above the elbow. It looked like.
Well, his was like forearm.
Was it?
Mac got him like there because he had grabbed it by his hand and it started to climb up, and I think he had to take him off the forearm. And so, what's another like 6 inches to Fitz?
That's true, but they don't have the resources. It'll probably be like a 1974 arm, because with the base that they have now.
Yeah, Patrick Warburton's.
Yeah, I hope we see more of him.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was fun.
All right, so that's what was the stinger at the end?
The stinger at the end was Creel.
Oh yeah, what was he from?
He was the absorbing man. He was the one that could touch any substance and turn into that substance.
Any substance. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was trying to protect Talbot for a while. Like, he turned into a good guy after a little bit, and was trying to be with Talbot, but that didn't do too much good. But Talbot didn't get shot when he was around, so it's not really his fault. But
why did he go away? He just faded out. And
because he wanted to go where they won the Super Bowl, baby.
Yeah, that's right. Oh yeah.
No, yeah, he was just a side character that didn't have a whole lot of importance. He was just a big meathead, seeming guy.
So they looked back through the files and they were like, we don't have a resolution for this guy. Let's bring him back.
Yeah. Well, why not? So did we cover everything we wanted to about the episode? Because
I believe we did.
I wanted to touch on, and I didn't talk about this beforehand. The 100th episode is next week.
Wow.
And something, they always try and do something special, something extra awesome.
Oh, will Fitz and Simmons get married? They'll just be like, now's the time, we got to strike.
Yeah, I mean, if they want to give the fans something that the fans want and deserve.
I would have to say that's the only bit of slightly forced drama, is the fact that like the two of them can't be in the same place at the same time with full hearing and and their intact mind
and everything working out okay.
Yeah.
I really was thinking that only one of the two of them was gonna get beamed back from
the future.
Yeah,
the future. They clearly have to just hyphenate their name, right? Like they have to just become Mr. and Mrs. Fitzsimmons. Yeah. That's how that works.
There's no way that can't not be that.
Yeah.
But
cool.
Maybe they'll take each other's name and then they can still be Fitzsimmons, though.
Oh, but that'd be confusing.
Yeah, but that's what we do.
All right.
But so you didn't see any spoilers about the 100th episode?
I do not travel in the same internet circles that you do, that you end up getting a lot more information.
Then we won't talk about anything too in depth about the 100th episode. But I'm hoping that they give us some good stuff for that. We can definitely talk about what the title is, right?
Sure.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that the title of this episode is called The Real Deal. So I think that they're going to discuss what deal Coulson made with Ghost Rider.
That's right.
Yes. And the real deal is... Well, I guess IMDb agrees with me, because they have Coulson finally reveals the mysterious deal he made with Ghost Rider, which will impact everyone on the team.
Oh, that's right. He's something's wrong with Coulson. So this might be the reasoning behind that.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah. Like I said before, it looks, and the most plausible is that he got infected with whatever that black ichor is that Cassius was using.
Cassius, right?
Cassius.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sonara.
Sonara was his.
I'd like that Daisy used that name.
And Deke was like.
But some people were convinced that it was going to be Sonara that was in the Ruby outfit.
You know, the funny thing is, I had that thought, like the way she was walking around and she wasn't talking very much, like it was very Sonara-like. But I knew that wasn't really possible.
Pumping up this new character so much. Yeah. And I was like, well, obviously, and they introduced her at the beginning of the show. And
I let me tell you, as much as my intellectual brain knew that Dove Cameron was behind that mask, some other part of me was like, no, it's going to be someone different. It's going to be surprising. And that little, like, crazy, weird teenager isn't going to be this big bad. Like, how is this going to play out? Like, what's going on here? But then it was. And so then my intellectual brain and my whatever gut emotional brain were like, all right, let's figure this out and discuss what's really happening. And since all of her hench people were, well, I guess hench androids were machines, that's why I think she is one as well.
Yeah,
and I think she's still kind of exploring her world a little bit. Like I think that's why she asked her mom, you know, are you a bad guy?
Well, I think it's cool how she has this fixation with Quake, because as she was letting everyone get away during that thing, I'm like, why isn't she just wrecking shop on everyone? She just like didn't exert herself at all and took out the most powerful person that they had. But I'm going to step back for one more second. Hold on. I just remembered something else. I'm sorry. We were wrapping up, but Yo-Yo goes and disarms everyone with the guns and then just takes his big hunk of metal and starts clubbing this guy.
Yeah, I had the same thought. I'm like, why did you stop running quickly?
I hate it when they do that, when they power down people.
I do.
Like certain times, like Superman in a cartoon, he'll get taken out by a little bit of electricity. Oh, it's like, oh no, come on, you just disarmed all of them. Oh, that's as far as I can go. I just even the odds, and then I play fair from then on.
Yes.
Anyway, all right. So, wait, I got distracted 4 times in that.
We were talking about.
Oh yeah,
Dove Cameron.
She let them all get away because she wants to suck Quake out of hiding. So I thought that was pretty cool that they didn't just do the quintessential comic book bad guy thing of letting the good guys be beaten up but still get away, but she at least had a reason for it. There was a reason behind it.
Yeah.
Not just simply we have to make this a season-long thing.
I find it interesting, and I'm sure this is how they set up the show, but she has always been Sky, Daisy, Quake, has always been the center of the plot.
Yeah.
And I find it unfortunate because I feel like she's the weakest character for me.
Oh.
I really do. Like it
Don't listen to her, Bill. It's okay.
It is I don't know. Like it's there's something about it. I can't even put it all into words, so it's not even completely thought out. It's a gut reaction type thing. Like of all the characters, she is the one that I kind of like the least. And then her real name was Daisy. And it was like,
but, you know, again, comic books.
Yes,
so
this is
they
true.
Couldn't do much against it.
This is true.
And her initial name was Sky, so that wasn't really
well, but I like that as a chosen, I'm a hacker name. Like, that's okay. And then, you know, her Inhuman name is Quake, and that is a description of her powers, and that's okay.
So did she have a different name between Daisy and Sky? Because she didn't know her name was Daisy. I thought she just, like, got started being called Sky as in, like, adoption agencies and orphanages. That's the word, orphanages.
I don't know.
All right.
I don't feel like we've been told that, but I feel like she chose Sky.
Oh.
Or it just happened to be a great name and she was destined to grow up to become a hacker.
Nice. She couldn't have just chosen Sky. Who would just try and choose their name? Anyway.
Don't know, Hendrik.
All right, we're bailing on that. Okay, so theoretically, I'm not going to go to work tomorrow because we're having snowstorms and I got to not die. So you might get a lot of content tomorrow. There's a chance.
He might edit things.
No.
Or he'll just sit here and turn the camera on and talk to you for 16 hours.
Yeah. What? No, it's not going to be that. I'll break it up.
I got to eat and go to the bathroom.
Yeah. I got to test out the new OBS software.
Hey.
And all the different things. And I have a fun toy coming on tomorrow, maybe. If it can make it here in the snow. Maybe it'll get put out in the snow and then snowed on 1.5 feet, and then I'll never see it, and then it'll melt. Well, they left our Discovery poster out in the thing. Anyway, all right. So this has been the Vodcast of Coul. I'm still sticking with that name, darn it. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm Corpulent Geek. That is
Sci-Fi Christina.
And thank you very much. Please subscribe. Hit the bell so you get all our notifications. Were you pointing the right way?
Yeah,
sure?
Pointing that way.
Okay.
That's where the bell is.
All right. What do I hit on this software to make it stop?
I don't know. Is it going to go back in time and cut off most of our goodbyes?
Probably not.